I'm gonna show you guys how to make $500 in 2 minutes. Stay with it. Stay with it. I got some good information for you guys. Hi, I'm Maria Lopez and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you guys can see, if you guys did read the bio, I am a futures day trader. I mainly stick with micro gold, NASDAQ, and ES. Those are my babies right there, okay? I haven't stepped out. I haven't cheated on them. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done a little Apple, a little Tesla, but you know what? I might have to cheat on futures because options, baby. A lot of people are really having great success with options, but people are also having great success with futures. Honestly, it's all about discipline, your diligence, and what you put your mind to, honestly. So I do actually want to try options out because I don't know, what if I like it better over there? I mean, I've heard a lot of people switch from options to futures and say they like it better. I haven't heard no one say they went from futures to options and say they like that better. But I do know a few people, not personally, but on social media, that trade options and futures. So I don't know. I might get into options. If you guys have any information, definitely let me know down below because I'm really curious. And why do my hands look so big on camera? Like, my hands look huge. Don't mind that. I just want to introduce myself and say welcome to the channel. This is going to be my trading journal and some like day trading vlogs, lifestyle kind of videos, but mainly I'm just going to be uploading my trades, explaining why I took the trade, how I entered the trade, and you know, whether it was a green day or red day. But I'm praying for right, honey. I'm praying for green days for everybody, okay? Eventually, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm feeling it in my heart to say this. If you have been struggling with a lot of red days, just know those green days are happening. They're coming, and you're going to have more green days ever than red days. And those green days are going to make up for every red day you lost. Ooh, I'm getting teary-eyed because that was meant to be said for somebody. Okay? I don't know who, but somebody. But today we're going to be doing a trade recap on this trade I took that made us 400, was it 488, 489? Anyways, almost $500 in 2 minutes. I'm not kidding. NASDAQ was moving quick today. I always show receipts because, not because I have to prove anything, but because people, they need to see, like, the point of this channel, the point of me having this channel and using this channel as my trading journal is to help you guys, give you guys wisdom, some knowledge, some faith. You know what I mean? Because the Lord will supply. The Lord is here and He is not leaving. Every place the sole of your feet tread upon, the land is already yours. It's already yours. The Lord said that, not me. And I don't know if you know this, but the Father is available to talk any time of the day. He's available 24/7. So if you need to go talk to the Father, please do that because He will restore everything you ever lost. Okay? Just like Job, He restores it. He multiplies everything you've ever lost in life. Even when it comes to day trading. And if you don't know this, you can day trade with God. Your Holy Spirit can lead you to good trades, when to enter a trade, when to exit a trade, even if it don't make sense. When the Holy Spirit is telling you you need to enter this trade, you better enter that trade. You better have faith that, you know what? The prophet is waiting. The land the Lord set before us, it's waiting. It's ours. He already gave it to us. All He's doing is waiting for us to step into it. So that take profit, once you enter that trade, you better have faith before you even enter a trade that take profit is the land the Lord set before you. As long as you are diligent, you are patient, and you waited for an A+ setup, better believe 9 times out of 10, it's gonna hit your TP. It's going to hit your TP. Now, red days are not bad. Those are lessons. And sometimes your heart posture needs to be tested to make sure that you can actually still handle a red day. The Lord needs to check in with you emotionally. And I'm not saying every red day is from the Lord. That is not what I'm saying. But sometimes the Lord has to test you and make sure, you know what? She can handle a red day. We're good. Let's bring her back to green days. If you know, you know. Okay, if you day trade with God, you know. Because let me tell you something. If you're a faith-based believer, what? If you are a believer and you have a relationship with the Lord, That that trading account you have, that's not yours. You are the stewardess. The Lord is the CEO of that account. And he's checking to make sure you have been stewarding it right. And if you haven't, it's okay. Because guess what? Today is a new day to start stewarding it right. Asking the Lord for his provision, giving it to you. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Ask him to bring out your heart of fear, greed, pride, so that when you are entering those markets, when you are on the charts, your heart posture is full of fruit of the Spirit, so that you are being diligent, being a good stewardess, and multiplying what the Lord has given you. He entrusted you with that. Take care of it and ask for his help. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I pray for that every day. Not even just in trading, but even as a mother, as a daughter. Like, let me know how to steward this properly. Let me know if I'm out of alignment with you. Check me if you have to. And let me know in areas where I'm doing good. You know what I mean? Because only a fool dwells in shame. Okay, but a wise man glorifies the Lord even when we fall down. Even though you've lost the account, you blew that account over and over and over, guess what? Your days of blowing accounts is done. You will be a consistently profitable trader as long as you don't give up. But you need to stop entering the market off of fear. That's what's messing you up. Did you know fear is from the devil? So when you're entering the market off of fear, you are worshiping the devil without realizing it. You need to enter that market off of faith. We walk by faith, not by sight. You've waited for your A+ setup. Why are you being scared? You cannot be a day trader and have a mindset of scarcity. You have to have faith that it's going to work out. Some people call it delusional. I just call it the positive side of belief. Belief is a compound word. It's be living. There's two sides. You're either going to be living the positive, the abundant lifestyle you've desired, or you're going to be living the scarcity, poverty lifestyle that you're trying to avoid. Stop putting your energy into the negative, the scarcity, the poverty mindset. It's time for a mind shift. It's time to step into your abundance mindset. The Lord has been telling you, have faith over and over and over. It's written over and over and over in the Bible. He calls us to have an abundance mindset. Nothing's wrong with wanting wealth as long as the wealth isn't your God. As long as you're receiving it from the Lord, doing it his way, being in alignment with him. You need to believe that you are going to be living that abundance lifestyle you've always desired. But anyways, welcome to the channel. This is a faith-based channel. I'm a faith-based day trader. If you guys actually want to check out my social media, it will be in the description below. I have a lot of videos on my Instagram. I actually have a lot of videos where I'm doing Bible study while day trading, and yes, you can absolutely do that. Go ahead and check out my Instagram and my TikTok. But anyways, let's get into this trade. I know that was a long intro, but someone needed to hear that, and I'm not editing that part out. So today I actually traded NASDAQ, and we made almost $500 in 2 minutes, and I'm gonna show you guys step by step how we did that so you guys can apply it to your day trading. I don't know what strategy you guys trade, but I trade supply and demand, and I did learn from her trading her trading journal. She is a great teacher. I absolutely love her videos. Yeah, let me pull the laptop out and let's get into this trade. Laptop, baby, let's pull the iPad out. Okay, so this trade that I actually took today, I have seen this over and over. So I did get into the trade a little aggressive, which I do not recommend unless you are a skilled day trader. I'm going to give you guys the 4 steps to this strategy that I do use so that you guys can have A+ setups every single day as long as it provides it. Not every day is going to be A+ setup, and not every day you need to take a trade. So I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to break the trade down. So I got to erase all this stuff that's on here and redo it again as if we are live trading right now, okay? As you guys can see, we hit this was a 2-to-1 ratio. We made almost $500. I actually would have made almost $700 if I would have stayed in the trade. My original TP, let me move the mic because I do need to use this pen. Okay, so normally I would be on the chart around 9:15, 9:20, but today I actually got on the chart around like, what time did I get on the chart? I think like 9:35, 9:40. I was a little late. I did sleep in a little longer, but I needed it. And you know what? That's the beauty of day trading. It's because if you miss the first opportunity, it would present you another opportunity and then another one. But some days are just not meant for trading. But today is one of those days where we had opportunity after opportunity. So I'm gonna scoot back so you guys can like see. The first thing we gotta do is we gotta find our trend. You cannot trade without a trend. Otherwise you are gambling in the market, and we do not gamble over here. We are diligent. We are good stewardess in the market. The Lord has entrusted us with this account, with this skill. So let's utilize it to the best of our ability, because we don't work for man. We work for the Lord. You know what I mean? So we are going to find our trend. I use the 4 hour. Some people only use the 1 hour. What works for me is the 4 hour. So as you guys can see, the last few days, we have been trending down. That means we are going to be looking for a supply zone. We are not looking for a demand zone. So if you guys don't know, a supply zone is for when you are selling, and a demand zone is for when you are buying. So since we are bearish, it's going down, we're going to be selling today. We're not looking for buys. So number one, find the trend. Number two, you need a break of structure. You cannot have a supply or demand zone without a break of structure. So after you draw out your supply and demand zone, this is where rule number 3 comes in. We're going to wait for a zone tap back into our zone. Rule number 4, need a candle close outside the zone. Now this one is a little, rule number 4 can be tweaked, because if you enter aggressively, you don't have to wait for the candle to close outside the zone. So you can enter aggressively, conservatively, or break of the candle. I'm usually a conservative. I wait for a candle close outside the zone after my zone tap. We have our 4 rules. First, we found our trend. We are selling. So let's mark that out. We found our trend. Boom. We're bearish. We are looking for sales. Okay. So once we know that we are looking for a supply zone, what do we need to do next? We are waiting for a break of structure to the downside. Now, if the market starts, because the market might, you never know. Sometimes the market, especially right at 9:30 New York open, the market will do the opposite of what your trend is, because the market likes to fake out. It likes to literally pull people in and then go in the true direction. But sometimes the market goes in the true direction. So what I mean by that, you're looking for sells. So you're expecting the market to go down. The market will actually, you'll be right here, right? So it'll go down and then it'll go up. Swing up, literally. Seen it over and over. And then once it goes up, it wants to start breaking levels down. It'll literally start doing that. So just because when the market opens, you see it starting to go up, that doesn't mean we're automatically switching our bias and looking for buys. We're not doing that. Once the market is done going up, we're going to wait for it to start going down. Why? Because our 4 hour is going to hold so much better than our 5 minute. Remember, we're on the 5 minute. I don't recommend using the 5 minute for your trend. That's just me personally. If it works for you, that is great. But what we need to see is these levels right here being broken to the downside, and then we can go and draw out our supply zone. It's super easy, super simple. But this is my point. Look what the market did. You're looking for sells. We were right here. The market went up before it started breaking structure down. It went up, right? Now we need to watch it start going down and breaking these levels right here. And that's when we're going to look for our supply zone. So now we're still patiently waiting. We need a boom. All right. Guess what? Guess what happened? We have a break of structure, you guys. What do I mean? Look it. The market broke structure. It broke structure. Not just the wick, but the candle. When the candle is breaking structure, it is super, super strong. It's super valid. We're done with step 2. So I'm going to show you guys the next step. Let's break a structure. So I'm going to use my rectangle tool, and I'm going to go to the pink candle, which would be the green candle. And we're gonna draw that out. We're gonna box it out from top of the wick to bottom. That is our supply zone, you guys, because we are selling. It's always going to be the opposite. So if you are selling, you need to mark out your green candle. You need to box that one out. That's your supply zone. And then when it's a demand zone, you're going to box out the red candle for buying. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you guys want a more in-depth video. All right, so for step 3, we actually need a zone tap, meaning we need a candle to come in and tap our zone. It don't matter if it's the line. It don't matter if it's right here. It don't matter if it's way up here. It needs to tap the zone for it to be valid without invalidating, meaning it can't come out and break this zone. If it does, the zone is invalidated. We're not looking to take that trade. So let's play it out and see what happens. I will be honest with you guys. Okay, so we did go too far because I did enter this on the zone tap candle. Now, would I recommend that as a beginner trader? Absolutely not. I entered aggressively because I've seen this setup over and over. I was very confident entering aggressively. Normally I enter conservatively, meaning I wait for the next candle to close outside our zone. I enter, set a 1 to 1 or a 1 to 2, and I'm good. But for this trade, I've seen this over and over. We had a very strong break of structure. I'm entering this trade. I entered this trade at 29,682. All right, and then I actually set my TP a little below that last candle. I'm going to go ahead and do what I did. I did 4 contracts. So it is showing a little bit lower than where I entered. Because it is the replay, it's not going to actually allow me to buy exactly where I had it, and that's totally fine. So I'm just going to set it where I exited the trade, which was at like 489. So let's do 490. It was around that. It was literally not far from my original TP, which was down here, which was $700. So it's totally fine. We are not lacking. Step number 4. I'm going to cross that out because the candle actually was so close to closing right outside the zone. I entered a little early. I entered aggressively, but I normally do apply step number 4. I mean, 9 times out of 10, meaning I need the next candle to close outside the zone somewhere over here, and then we enter the trade. But today was a little different because, again, like I said, I was confident. I've seen this over and over. I know this setup. And when you start trading, you're going to have days like that where you know you can enter aggressively because you've seen it over and over. You're like, it's okay. I can enter a little early. So let's go and let's watch the trade. Wow. In 2 minutes, okay? It smacked through the TP, you guys. And that was today's trade. That was it. Super simple. It's that simple. Supply and demand has been so simple. It has been such a great strategy. I've tried other strategies. I really like supply and demand. It's a repeatable setup every single day. Super easy. All you gotta do is be patient. That's it. You gotta be diligent. Wait for an A+ setup, and you guys will be profitable. So that is today's trade. It's super easy. Like, I cannot explain it any more simpler than that, but you have your 4 rules. You have your system. Just be patient and wait. And if the market leaves you, if you did miss this setup, wait for a new one, because you know what the market did? It actually presented another setup. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I'm going to show you guys real quick what I mean by that. So boom, you had this zone. Let's say you had this marked out, but you missed it. You were busy or you couldn't get to it. Guess what? The market presented another one. So go and delete that. I have a break of structure right here, and we have a new supply zone. So what do? You mark it out. And the same 4 steps are still valid. It's repeatable. We have a break of structure right here. We have our zone tap and candle close. You could enter right now, or you could wait for the next candle. Let's see what happens. Let's say you wanted to wait for the next candle. Smart choice. Yes, great. Guess what? The candle, yes, it's going all the way up here. This is valid. Why? Because it didn't invalidate. It didn't close. It didn't go invalidate our supply zone. It's still valid. This is why step number 4 is so crucial, because you have your breaker structure. You have your zone tap right here. Market consolidated for 15 minutes in your zone. As you guys can see, each candle represents 5 minutes. Boom, you finally have a candle pushed out and closing outside your zone. You can enter right here. I'm going to enter. If this was my trade, I would have entered. When we have a candle close, I'm entering 4 contracts. I'm going to get my small tool, put it right here, shoot for a 1-to-1, which is perfect because it's at our last, and this is how you know when to set it. It's usually your last level. So since we're selling, we're aiming for the last lower low. And sometimes you can even go below the lower low, because it's normally when you're selling, it's going to make a new lower low. It's not going to make a higher low usually, 9 times out of 10. So you know what? Let's just try it out today. Let's try it out. Let's say we want to go a little lower. Let's do a 2-to-1 ratio. All right, a 2.3. Boom. To make $612. Let's see what happens. Wow, 2 candles. So in 10 minutes, you would have made $600 on that trade. I literally can't make it up. I can't. It's that simple. It's that easy. Repeatable over and over and over. Now, I'm not saying every day is going to be a green day, but you're going to have more green days than red days when you keep your system the same. You keep it simple. You stick to your rules. You stick to what you know, and you wait for the A+ setup. Patience pays. Be diligent in the market. Be diligent with your trades. So that's it for today. This video is kind of long, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, I hope this information has actually helped you guys. That is today's trade. Pray you guys have a blessed, beautiful day. Bye.